Hello YouTube, real world here with my 55-gallon cichlid tank. I'd like to share with you some of my experiences with fish keeping, in particular my African cichlids. If you are in the process of maybe thinking of buying an aquarium and you're not too sure about what kind of fish to keep, maybe this will give you an insight of what it's like to keep African cichlids. Um, Obviously, do a lot of research, something that not all of us have done. And personally, I should have done a little more before actually buying these fish. However, I trusted what my local fish store, um, the tips they gave me. However, it turned out to be quite wrong. When they first sold me my first couple of fish, it was all a mix. So I had imbunas, I had peacocks, haps. Obviously, that's a big mistake. That's a big mistake. It doesn't really. You'll notice that if you start with those, I mean, sure, you could argue that you might be able to get them to be okay. However, chances are they will be overly aggressive and they will kill each other's. I find that's the biggest challenge with keeping African cichlids. For me, it was easy to keep the water parameters clear and beautiful, as I just invested and put good money into good filtration and obviously over filtrating. So this 55-gallon tank is actually being turned 6 times in an hour. So as you can see, the water's very clean, it's very clear, and surprisingly enough, I did a water change about 2 hours ago. So as you can see, the water is very clean. However, my biggest challenge, even to this day after 6 months, is still aggressivity. Basically, most of the time, these fish just stay in one part of the aquarium. There's a dominant one, which I suspect to be this guy over here, which is a flame tail, but his colors haven't popped out yet. Basically, when I looked at all these other YouTube videos, I was like, man, that's a beautiful tank to have, and that's what I wanted. So since I had imbunas for my first batch of fish that they sold me, I decided to return those and get peacocks mainly. After doing so, I found out that locally I have a African cichlid shop that mainly specializes into this sort of fish. When I went to see them, they suggested I get couples, so that they could reproduce and that they'd feel it's the most humane thing to do. However, the issue with that was that it created even more aggressivity in my tank. So I had to remove the females, which I currently keep in a quarantine tank. I'll be able to show you guys that quarantine tank in a separate video. But currently what you're looking at is my main display tank. It's got males only, and I still have some issues. As you can see through the video, they've been chasing each other a little around. I mean, that's normal behavior for African cichlids. They're always going to chase each other around. However, I find they're overly aggressive, and that's my biggest challenge. I've removed my dominant male, put him in a separate tank. It's a lemon Jake that's currently that was causing me some issues. Took him out, kept him in a quarantine tank for 2 weeks, put him back in, nothing. So after 2 weeks of being put away, he still came back and nothing changed. So I'll have to keep you guys updated on to what's happening with that fish and when I'll retry to put him back into the tank. However, for now, I'll have to figure out which one is causing more problems and try to get rid of him or quarantine him for a while until things calm down. One little tip that I have to give you is do your research and see what exactly are you looking for in your tank and how much time are you ready to spend with your tank and keeping up with these fish. They require much more, not only just the upkeep of the general aquarium, in the sense that pretty much all aquariums would require you to do weekly water changes and so forth. However, these fish require you looking at their behavior and seeing what's wrong. As you currently see, mine's definitely not okay. Something's happening, and this is my challenge, and it's been so for the last 4 months after I figured out that hey, mbunas don't go together, and I mainly got peacocks. So if you'd like to follow my adventure and see how I try to tackle this challenge that I currently have with my tank, then you can subscribe. If you like this video, hit the like button, and I'll see you guys in the next video.